Support LaneSide. Get something cool.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of LaneSide Reviews. As always, I'm the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter. And we've got some really exciting stuff to show you on this episode, so why don't we take it LaneSide and see how it's stacked up.
All right, guys, welcome back. As always, we're joined by our speed dominant player, Wayne Porter.
And he's bowling the easy house shot.
Now, when last we left our speed dominant player with Urethane, we said no.
No.
This, however,
This is special.
this is an exception. The other Urethane that we've seen come out lately has been symmetrical
Yes.
and lower differential.
Yeah. Very flary.
Very... Well, the ones that we've come out haven't been very flary.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
they have been not flary compared to new equipment.
Yes. Okay.
Very flary for urethane.
Urethane, yes. That's what I meant.
But now we have this pretty gas mask core
Yeah.
with the 058 differential and 016 intermediate differential. Suddenly doesn't look so bad.
No. It's giving them a little more distance, a little bit smaller hook window,
Yes.
right?
It allows the asymmetry of it allows us to set kind of how long it's going to take to spin up for him. And we can, kind of with that short hook window, you said it's going to get to the pocket a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what speed dominant players need.
Exactly, yeah. It is definitely a great weapon for them.
And, I mean, we can see this just by the fact that, well, he has thrown 3 shots.
Yeah.
Starting at 16, he moved to 20, threw it flat, then tried to get around it.
Yeah.
Did not miss the hole.
No.
When he threw the purple or the double cross,
Yeah.
it didn't have the motion. He couldn't strike with it.
Yeah. Exactly. And the big thing is the reason I throw urethane and the reason most people throw urethane is not to give up the pocket and get splits or drive through the pocket and leave like crazy stuff, right?
Which is not something a speed dominant player usually has a problem with.
No, exactly. So that's why normally you don't see them, but this gives them an option to go to, right? If it starts happening. So
Now you can look there. He is now 8 boards left of his strike shot.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep going just to show, like we came out this far to show, even though it does hook,
Yeah.
it's still very condition-y. It's not going to be a hook monster.
Yeah. It's still urethane, so it's going to roll early.
Yep.
Set itself. And like we've talked in past videos and all the time I talk to people, the more left you move, the more boards you're covering. So technically the distance is longer.
Yep.
So you're making the ball work a lot more, right?
And for a ball, look, he moved right, throwing it up the ditch. Yeah, that's not going to work with this one.
No.
Well, you could have done that with the purple.
Yeah.
This ball is designed for controlling hook. You don't want hook down lane.
Yeah.
So moving left with a urethane ball like this, especially for a speed dominant player, death.
Yeah.
But you can see playing it, I would say he could play this as a benchmark ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. This good, great motion.
You can see here is the bonus.
Speaking of benchmark balls.
That's right.
Ding.
Now we had him, he threw a strike at his benchmark.
Yeah.
And was able to go as far as 4 boards left with it.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the effective range was around 16 to 18, so about 2 boards. But look at the shape.
Yeah.
It's identical.
So, yeah. It still gets to the same spot down lane and just rolls right through.
And it allows us to set the distance that we want in that, which is going to make it a better benchmark for him.
Now, this is a special one.
This is comparing, for all of you who got that purple special edition Widow, I don't think you can get closer than that. That was within... They're identical.
Yeah.
For a speed dominant player, they are an identical ball.
Now, the one difference between those two is the cover stock, right?
Yes.
This is now the
U73.
U73, where that one would, I guess, technically would be a
U72.
72. So
yeah, there's not that much difference. Now here is Mr. Urethane. Scoops here.
That one hooked a lot.
That hooked a lot.
Yeah.
Now your benchmark shot is around 50, and that's where you were there, and that was nowhere close.
No. Yeah.
Now tell me about your experience with the pink, because the first 2 games you threw out of the box with this was 507.
Yeah, Rob kept teasing that I wasn't going to be allowed to throw it on Wednesday. And then he let me throw it because I had a really rough first game, and then I shot 240
243, 265,
yeah,
I think. 243
243
like that.
with an open.
Yeah.
And then I threw the purple and the fill ball of the 10th, and then the next game I shot 260 something. With
Yeah.
it. Yeah. It just, and I found that it reminded me a lot of like old or school equipment that night.
Yep.
It was doing its motion. It was going down. It was hooking and setting and then blowing through the pocket. Right.
Now for you, I know we you threw a fill shot on the same with the purple, and
Yeah.
I had you throw the purple at the end of
Yeah.
this. They're pretty close.
Yeah.
For you here too, drilled the same way. They're pretty close.
Let's see.
Once again, you get too
left.
far inside. Now that when you left that, you had already moved 7 boards.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. That's a lot of moving for urethane.
That's a huge move.
And we're talking still fresh. Like I know we say that they're not for dry lanes.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that, but when they do get beat up a little bit more and the oil gets tracked a little bit different,
Yep.
then you can get a little bit deeper with this. We're not saying that you can't.
You can shape them a
Yeah.
little bit,
Yeah.
but you can't shape them 7, 8, 10
7,
boards.
8 boards, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially on super fresh shots. So, but like this ball is just, if anybody didn't get the purple,
Just buy this.
one.
Yeah.
I
I feel bad for the people who bought the $500 ones and are trying to sell them to get their $500 back.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not going to do it because this ball, I hate to say this out loud, but the pink one might be better than the purple one.
Oh, don't say that. Your wife will kill you.
Yeah, I know. She's already told me I'm not allowed.
But the
to
purple
buy
one's more special. It's more
special.
specialer.
For me, it was extremely special. I got to sell some of my gems.
Yep.
And get into that fine, interesting marketplace.
And it's one of like 500, I think.
Yeah. So, so what are we doing here?
Just
This
moving you
is-
back to where
Yeah.
where you struck the first time, just to show kind of
Yeah.
that motion again.
I mean,
And you
it's
can
just
see
beautiful.
It just
Like,
gets there. It rolls.
Yeah.
It sets. It
Yeah.
doesn't hook a ton down
Yeah.
lane. It's not about opening up the lane. It's about
No.
keeping the lane from opening
yeah,
up.
exactly. And keeping the ball in front of you in a smaller area, it still gives me room for error.
Yep.
But it's being able to play where I want to play the most.
That's right.
Kind of down and in, and I'm not giving the pocket up.
Now here is the bonus. Now for you, this is going to be a little bit different than a benchmark.
Yeah.
Being that we can set the drill angle, we can get it to come in a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So you can see
a little
here,
bit different.
we've got about a 2 to 3 board difference for you for this board, or for this one. But once again, exact same place on the lane. So zero feet difference front to back.
Yeah.
Just a couple of boards inside.
Now I want everybody to watch the distance on these.
Now this is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get much closer than, dead on top of each other.
You can see the pink hooked a tiny bit sooner.
Just a
but
little bit.
Just not a ton.
A foot
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, and I mean that could just be surface.
Yes, because these
Right.
are surface. This is at 360, 800.
Yeah.
Not at 1,000 like we see
it
with the
was
purples.
500 or 1,000 for the purple. Yeah.
So here I am with the pink. I like it, the pink.
Smash.
Hulk smash. That was at my benchmark shot. I too think that this could very easily be a benchmark ball. I mean, you look
Yeah.
at tournaments on the fresh when you're looking at medium patterns. If there's a 3 in the number,
yeah.
you're probably throwing urethane.
Yeah.
I could see this replacing my Intel very quickly.
Yeah.
This or a purple.
Yeah.
But that I'm going to start moving because we know it's going to hook a little bit. But this is interesting. We've talked a lot about the shape of the ball with this one so far.
And it's like,
So this is 35, and that's flat.
ooh.
Did not hook.
Yeah.
We've seen in other reviews where I've moved in 5 boards, and it still recovers fairly
Yeah.
well on a house shot. Urethane is not going to do that.
No.
You have to, when you are going to move left, when you want a ball to shape more, especially one that's as slow response as this one, you're going to have to make it shape.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to move left.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm going to
get in a little bit more oil.
get a little bit in, but I'm also going to try to get around it this time.
Yeah. Oh, lost a 7-pin.
That's okay. It's not like anyone leaves a 7-pin on a pocket shot anyway.
No.
Now, if I stood one up off of this, that'd be awesome. So I'm going to go in, and like I said, I'm just going to try to shape this one just a little bit more.
Yeah, and you didn't quite get it. You kept it in the oil a little bit longer. Like,
Yep.
This shot is, like, very long in the center.
Yes.
Right? So this is more...
That's what this ball is designed for.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. People, I don't see a point in throwing urethane reviews on house shots. Most people bowl on house shots.
Yep.
Right? And that's why we're doing it. I mean, we get to throw on sports shots from time to time, and I know there's lots of guys out there, both sports leagues and everything. I can guarantee you, if you buy this ball, you will throw it on that and score.
Yep.
So...
Now, check this out. I'm going to move right. Rob's going to Hulk smash.
Wow.
Every once in a while, I learn a new trick.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I flattened it out because I know it's going to be nice and smooth, and I just rock it to the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, if the ball you can't seem to carry, throw it at the pocket.
Yeah.
Make your spare. Want me to go a little farther?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go to 20. Let's see this thing overhook. I mean, eventually I'm going to run out of oil.
Yeah. And then it's going to start hooking at your feet.
Or in my backswing.
And backswing.
Come on, old man, get it there. Throw it hard. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. You see
You see how that grabs. Yeah. You can see that.
But 37 feet.
Yeah.
So I think they've done a really good job. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen different on this ball, I would have liked to have seen it in red.
Red would have been cool.
Red would have been cool.
We never got a red widow.
No, we didn't get a red widow.
So we had a pink one already.
Yep.
So I can go with
red
that,
would have been cool, or a blue one, like a
Yeah.
bright blue widow.
Bright blue.
Be the sky widow. Rah! No. But if that's the worst thing you can say about a ball, like...
Yeah. I mean, I know lots of people that like red, but...
Oh, yeah.
I saw this came out, and I showed my wife, and then all she said was no, and then walked away. So
Here I am with my bonus. Now we're going to see a little bit more difference in the bonus and the widow, but not too much. Where you guys were almost on top of each other, I'm about 2 to 3 boards difference, just a little bit of different angle.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely this could be a benchmark or a staple for your tournament bag.
Oh, for sure.
Either way, this thing is a killer.
Yeah.
And you can see I threw a couple of strikes here, so I'm just going to show the different shapes that I had with it.
You can see that the important thing is always gets to the same spot down lane, right? It's getting there, and it's rolling exactly the same when it gets through to the pocket.
And just because comparing it, now look at that. Like, you can barely see the difference in me. Like, that is
awesome.
Identical. Yeah. So amazing. So you didn't miss out. If you didn't get a purple, buy the pink. Don't wait. Act now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.